Hitler's top assassin and head of the Thule Occult Society. If he's here, this is worse than I thought.
It's week 18 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right? 3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
Well, they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big time game.
2nd and 10.
There will be no failure, General.
Watson off play action. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
What are you going to do tonight?
Here's Watson.
I will open the portal.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Catches men by Metcalf. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
Charles, when we see this offense operate, they just get more impressive. They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him to the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet. But you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was it, 5 last week? But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time we'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that. About that, red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taking it around the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good coverage downfield. Waldron taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Watson now to throw. And it's skip, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Now Watson. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area. And
he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. First carry for Nick Chubb. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. And trouble trying the middle here. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Whenever we talk about investigating safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard, and he was ready for that running play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. And it winds up falling incomplete. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Patterson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Good footwork at the 30. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. After one, a 14-3 ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's got Mingo. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Groupie for the extra point. And it's 21-3. The drive started that time, 5 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Off of play action, it's Watson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Seahawks at 14-2 heading into this final week. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that
rush coming, and he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw on second is Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Grupe able to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes with a little tread left on the tires.
23 yards on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll drop to throw. Incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, That position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle is going to be made at the Seahawks 21. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Sam Williams bringing him down that time. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing his passer. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Patterson now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock out every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Walker now on 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with their 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A point after, good by Grupe. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They're going to look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
That one down the field for Ferguson.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Justin Reed.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to him every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Listen, when you got a guy with 3 touchdown catches back pocket already, you can guarantee they're going to keep looking for him, and you can also guarantee he's going to keep asking for the ball.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now a throw here, hauled in. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him in range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Probably have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help him along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. Second down, here's McIntosh. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Watson now going to run the option right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And Denver getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
DJ Johnson, the one who got there for the sack.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long. It's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff.
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Back to throw again.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the give to McIntosh. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll run with McIntosh. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeout. Leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is McIntosh. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On on 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. You know what? I know it's 4th down, and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the